guys, it's Tammy with Shrinking Violet DS, and today is Wednesday, June 19th. Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. My spiel, because I've got a lot of new subscribers. Welcome. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you for following me. Not bothering me, but following me. I appreciate it, and hopefully I can be helpful. Always feel free to leave me questions down below and comments. I love them. Good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't matter, as long as it's with a good intent. Okay, my spiel. I had traditional duodenal switch surgery on March 9 of 2017. I started my weight loss journey at 260 pounds on February 19th of 2017 with my pre-op liver shrinking diet. On the 9th of March 2017, I had my traditional duodenal switch with Mexicali Bariatric Clinic in Mexicali, Mexico at Almater Hospital. Loved it. Cannot recommend the hospital and Mexicali Bariatric enough. And then this year on January 22nd, my 48th birthday, I had a full skin revision with Dr. Francisco Salceda in Monterrey, Mexico. And I had breast reduction and augmentation, or not reduction, breast lift and augmentation, extended arm lift, extended tummy tuck, so the anchor cut tummy tuck, a 360-degree lower body lift, and extended thigh lift. In fact, you can see, there's my scars for my arms. I think they're looking pretty good considering it was, what, 5 months ago. And I'm old. We don't heal as quickly at my age. So yeah, oh, and now I weigh 120 pounds. And it's funny, I just got back down there. I've been 123, 124, and I actually thought I had gained some weight last week, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I feel like I weigh 130. And so I hadn't weighed myself in a little while, days, and so I hopped on the scale expecting the worst, and I had actually lost weight. So go figure. Sorry, my lips are really dry. I'm gonna put some lip stuff on. I just had lunch, so I think all my lip stuff was off. Anyway, I had sushi for lunch. I've mentioned Tada Sushi here before. For anybody who is in the Portland area, Tada Sushi is in Lake Oswego, and they are at 2nd and A, and they are fabulous. So good. The owner goes every day or every other day to meet the plane from Japan that brings his seafood in. Live scallops, live oysters, just absolutely fresh everything. It's amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. Tada Sushi in Lake Oswego. Anyway, so I just had lunch there, and because it is the PMS Parade of Carbs week, I then headed over to St. Honore Bakery and picked up some baked goods there. So, yeah, I doubt I'll be 120 for very long. I'll be retaining water like crazy from these carbs. I was going to tell you guys something, and now I forgot what it was. Don't know. When I was coming onto YouTube today to film this, you know how when you sign onto YouTube, it gives you suggestions for things that you should watch, and it doesn't automatically go to my subscriptions for some reason. They always want to, well, I know why, because they want to push me towards watching other things. But interestingly, today, one of the things that they had popped up into my suggested list was Melanie Sliced Thinner. And those of you who have been around a while may remember her. She quit blogging or vlogging about 2 years ago, and she was really good. She was one of the first weight loss surgery duodenal switch vloggers that I ever found, and there were not very many when I was doing my research to have my surgery, and she was one of them, and she was excellent with all of the information and really good. And then she quit vlogging because she got annoyed with the community. She felt that we weren't serious enough and that too many of us were worried more about vanity. And the way she put it, because I rewatched her last video, I can't remember, I think she called it In Conclusion or something like that. And I just rewatched it before I came on here because it intrigued me that it had been kicked into my suggestions list. And so I rewatched it, and she said that weight loss surgery blogs had become vanity blogs instead of information blogs, and that we were all more interested, or that many of us were more interested in getting skinny than we were getting healthy. And I went and I looked at what I had commented on the video at the time, and I still agree with what I said, and I think I even vlogged about her leaving the community. And I found after watching her video, I felt the same way that I felt then. I don't think it's up to us to get annoyed with someone else and what motivates them to lose weight. If you want to lose weight to fit into a dress and that's your motivation and it's going to keep you on track, then I think that's great. If it's to get rid of your diabetes like it was for me, that's great. If it's a little bit of both, that's really normal. I don't think that it could be any other way. I think anybody who says that they're in this solely for health, once they've met those health goals, is maybe not entirely self-aware. Because I know I was in it for the health benefits in the beginning. That was the whole reason I chose to have weight loss surgery. I never even considered it at all for any reason before I was diagnosed with diabetes. And that was my catalyst. I've been overweight my whole life. I go up and down. When I was a freshman in college, I was 127 pounds for a minute and a half. But after that, I never saw it again, and I wasn't there very long. I think by the time I was a sophomore, I probably weighed close to 200 pounds. And then by the time I had my surgery, I weighed close to 300 pounds. And it never bothered me. It didn't stop me from doing anything. I traveled all over the world. I did active things. I went gorilla trekking. I went chimpanzee trekking. I skied all over the world. Gone hiking through Bhutan. Things like that. It never stopped me from doing anything. It never stopped me from getting positive attention from men. My husband always thought that I was attractive, or at least he said he did. And in fact, funnily enough, we just saw a picture of me the other day, and it was me at my highest, or close to my highest. And he looked at it, he says, "I can't believe that's you." He says, "I didn't even recognize you because I never saw you like that." He says, "You never looked like that to me then, even though I can see it now." So, love is blind. So, yeah, for me, it was all about the health at first. And I had even said in my very first videos, if the only thing that happens, the only success I have with this weight loss surgery is my diabetes goes away, my sleep apnea goes away, and my blood pressure is normal, but I don't lose a pound, that's enough for me. And I was serious because I honestly thought that I was going to fail at weight loss surgery. And if you've watched my videos, you've heard it before. You heard me say it before. I was going to be the first person ever to fail at the duodenal switch. I wasn't going to lose anything. I was pretty sure because I had failed every other time I had tried to lose weight. So why would this work? But I didn't. I mean, obviously, though, nice and thin now. So yeah, I was all about the health. But once you meet those health goals and you start feeling good and you start buying cute clothes and you start, fitting into smaller spaces. Yeah, I flew all over the world, but it wasn't entirely comfortable. Now I get into an airplane and a coach class seat feels like my first class seats feel. I mean, it's not the same. You just feel so much better. My feet don't hurt. I can't tell you the last time my feet hurt. My lower back doesn't hurt. I still get weekly massages, but it's not because I'm in pain. It's because it feels good now, and it just kind of is a general ironing out. Before it was always, oh, work on my lower back, I have sciatica, my hip is out, that kind of thing. But not anymore. And yet, I'm still motivated to keep my weight down, and I was still motivated to keep losing. And if what motivated me to do that was to look better and feel better, to be skinny instead of to be healthy, because I was already on paper healthy, then I think that's okay. So don't let anybody judge you for why you're losing weight or why you're not losing weight. It's entirely up to you. Maybe you're watching this and you're thinking about having weight loss surgery, and then you're like, you know what? I don't want to. That's okay. As long as you're fine with yourself and your own motivations, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if I approve of why you do or don't want to lose weight, or someone else approves of why you don't want to lose weight or do want to lose weight. It doesn't matter. All that matters is is how you feel about it in your head. If it's because you want to wear a size 4, go for it. You want to wear a size 0? Go for it. I never thought I would wear a size 0. That's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing a size 0 pants, and my top is, I think, an extra small or an extra small. They're from J. McLaughlin, so they're not vanity sizing. It's just normal small clothes. It wasn't my goal, but let me tell you, it feels good, and I like it, and it's fun. So I think that no matter what your motivation is, just go for it. I don't think it's our job to judge one another. And I don't think that any one person's motivation is any more noble than any other one person's motivation. All right, I'll get off my soapbox now. Sorry. I don't know why that bugged me so much, but it really did. And it had bugged me the first time I saw that video too. It just felt very judgy. And you know, a lot of us got judged our whole lives for being fat. So now we're going to be judged for losing weight? I don't think so. Not on my gym. All right. What else? I just watched Dory's VSG journey. I think that's the name. I always mess it up. Dory's VSG journey, I think. Anyway, so I just watched Dory too, and I liked her subject as well. It was about weight loss vloggers who all of a sudden, you know, they've developed more and more and more of following, and it seems that they're more about selling us stuff than not, and they're not watching anybody else's videos, or if they are, you know, not very many. They're not mentioning them, and they're not commenting, they're not liking, they're not really a part of the community except to come on and say, oh, hey, I have a, I don't know, dive bar discount code. Go use my discount code. Or I have a Grow Collective, whatever. I don't even know what that is. But I see it on videos quite a bit. And I understand that, Dory's point. I agree. I don't expect everyone to like and or comment. It's nice. I mean, we all like feedback, right? But in fact, I wrote on Dory's, I was going to say her wall, in her comments, one of the reasons that you don't always see comments from me on other people's vlogs is because a lot of times I listen to them in the car when I'm driving, and I will formulate a response in my head, and then by the time I get where I'm going, I've completely forgotten about it, because in my head it's already been done. I've already commented, and then I forget to actually type it in. So So if you see that I'm watching your videos and I'm not, and maybe liking them or something, because I do try to at least remember to hit the like button as I'm driving, because I can do that and drive at the same time. Can't exactly comment and drive. I've tried. Siri does not understand me at all, which I do not get, because I don't think I have an accent. I know that she has a hard time with Southern accents. I don't think I have an accent. But she still does not understand me. It's the worst. I try to voice text. It just is ridiculous. It's an exercise in frustration. So, yeah, if you see that I've liked a video, I've not bothered to comment. That's what's happened. I've commented in my head, I promise. And I will try and be better about remembering to go and comment on everyone's videos. And when you comment on mine, I always try to respond. Sometimes it takes a few days, or even sometimes a couple weeks if I'm traveling. But I do try to get to it eventually. And I really do appreciate it. Please don't think that I don't, if it happens to take me a while to respond to your comment. What else? Oh, goodness. Like I said, it's the PMS Parade of Carbs. Oh, my gosh. So I went to sushi lunch, and then I went to St. Honore Bakery, which is kind of across the street and down here in Lake Oswego. And it's one of we've got two really good French bakeries in town. One's called La Provence, one's called St. Honore, and they're excellent. And so I walked in there, and I got chouquette, which is choux pastry. That's, for those of you who don't bake, it is like a cream puff, you know, the dough part of a cream puff. That's choux pastry. And so chouquettes are just those little poofs, no cream in them. They're baked up, and then they put pearl sugar on top of them. So they're these little poofy, crispy balls of fluff. They're really good. I like them because they're not solid. There's actually not a lot to them, so I can eat them and not feel too bad. However, I also got, let's see if I can show this to you guys. Oh my gosh. I got a Queen Amman, which is, yeah, butter, and it's kind of similar to a croissant in that it's layered laminated dough, and then it's got butter and salt, and it's just to die for. And then I got I haven't eaten these yet, obviously. I did eat a couple of chouquette. I got a mixed berry tart. It's berry season here in the Pacific Northwest. We have killer ones. So that, it's got creme patisserie in the center of it. And then I got, let's pick this up, strawberry millefeuille. It is so good. So it's got a cream center, and then millefeuille is like little, it's almost like really flaky pie crust that's been rolled out, or kind of like a sweet cracker crust. It's hard to explain. It's really good. So I got all those things and a sandwich, because I was still hungry after my sushi. I swear, sushi for me, you know how they joke that you eat Chinese food and half an hour later you're hungry again? That's sushi for me. I'm the same way. I fill up on it really quickly, but it goes away really quickly too. So 36 minutes, because I actually timed it, 36 minutes after I was eating my, done eating my sushi, I was eating a pear, prosciutto, and brie baguette that had been grilled. And I ate all of that except for half the bread. Sorry, my hands are all sticky now from showing you guys that. And then, oh, I'll show you a chouquette. Oops, nope, those are my loaves of bread that I got. Let's see. Chouquette is right here. That's a chouquette. Let's see if I can shade it a little bit. Maybe over here. So yeah, it's just a little poof, and that's pearl sugar on top. So that's my PMS Parade of Carbs for the day. And then I got 2 loaves of bread, small loaves, because I'm the only one in the house that eats bread, because Brian had his surgery, so he doesn't eat bread. Spencer's not home, and Alan also being good. So I just got 2. They're almost like giant rolls. And I got those so that I can make toast. And yesterday I made strawberry lime jam to send to work with Brian, along with some strawberries and cream biscuits that I had made. So I have a bunch of jam left over, so I thought, oh, I'll have toast and that kind of thing. So when I say PMS parade of carbs, I'm serious, you guys. It's terrible. Terrible. But it does keep me sane for that week, I have to say. And with all of this, by the time the week's over, I'll still be under 125. I'll keep my protein way up. That will help me burn. And just because I bought all this doesn't mean I'm going to eat all this. I have a kind of a weird thing where if I have something available, I'm happy. I don't necessarily have to eat it. For Brian and Alan, if they have food at home, say they have a box of cookies, they have a hard time not eating the cookies. If I have a box of cookies, I'm happy that I have a box of cookies. I don't really usually care that much about eating them. And in fact, sometimes I have to throw away the whole thing because it'll go stale before I'll even eat one. But if I don't have a box of cookies and I want to have a cookie, then I'm going to buy a box and eat the whole thing because I keep denying and denying and denying. So, yeah, I will buy stuff like this and I'll eat a little bit and then I'll go throw it away. I'll either throw it in the woods for the animals, or I'll take it and I'll throw it in the outside garbage, not in the inside garbage where I can see it and know that it's there. It goes in the outside garbage with all the yucky stuff and it's gone and I'm happy. So, are you guys like that? Tell me down below. Are you the kind that can't have stuff around because you'll eat it all? Or are you the kind that if it's around, you're happy because you know it's available, and just because you can't have it doesn't mean that you have to have it? Because I find that most people fall into one or the other. So, I think that's it. I've yammered about a lot of nothing today for 22 minutes now. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to get some work done because I have actual real stuff that I have to do, get my house tidied up, that kind of thing, and then client work. So I'm going to go do that and probably eat a little bit of my PMS carbs at least. Talk to you later. Have a great week.